What's up, everybody? Welcome to Metal Remains Backstage. I am Carlos in New York City, and today we are with the Viking from the band Warkings.
Rise against and choose your fight. Be a hero, fight forever. What is else the storm? Kings of Ragnarok.
How are you, Vikings?
Oh, I'm very good. It's very hot up here in Valhalla, you know. The hot day today. So
Right. All right. It's hot here as well. So thank you for making time for us today. We would like to start the conversation by asking, what have you been listening to lately?
lately it's good. I just fell in love with the new Lorna Shore single that came out yesterday.
All right.
I'm totally into it. I love it. So that is, yeah. Let's say that's the newest it can get. You know, like I think it's really great, and I really love it. And also maybe a little bit of surprise because we do power metal, but I totally love the band Orbit Culture.
All
They're
right.
that's really great music, and yeah. And then last week we played Grass Pop Festival, and we were kind of like opening for Iron Maiden. So I was listening to Maiden again because
Wow.
how can you not listen to Iron Maiden? You know?
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Awesome. Great repertoire of different bands, different
Yeah.
genres. So I love that. Thank you so much. Armageddon is the name for the upcoming fifth offering from the band. The album will be released on July 4, 2025 via Napalm Records. What are some of the highlights of the album you can share with us to encourage people to go and listen to it?
Yeah, it's the best one we ever did. I mean, everybody says that. No, yeah. We just, you know, with this album, we tried to make everything bigger and better, and you know, sounding better, sounding bigger, whatever we want to do. And yeah, one of the first time ever since we do records, we have a song that has the same name as the record. The song is called Armageddon. And so, you know, if you want to listen to one song that represents the record, then it's this one. Then go and listen to Armageddon. It was the first single. The video is out there on YouTube, and that represents everything we want to say.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the opening track as well,
Yes.
after the intro. So that's
Yeah.
great.
There's a small, you know, intro to get into the mood, and then there's Armageddon, and this is like that has everything that we represent, and yeah.
Right, and it's a banger, and there is also collaborations with other artists in other songs throughout the album.
Yeah, we did one song with Seb, the singer from Odin Ogan, called Chinggis Khan. That's also already released as a single. And then we have the singer from a band called Dominum. Don't know if you know them.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
Band from Germany, and he's doing. Actually, our next single is coming out on July 2nd, and that's the collaboration with him, with the singer from Dominum. And then we also have a song with a German band called Subway to Sally, which is kind of like a bonus track because it's a little bit different. We recorded the song with Subway to Sally. There's some, you know, medieval instruments on it, and some parts are sung in German from their singer. And
Right.
yeah,
Awesome.
pretty
Offering
much.
diversity there. That's great. That's great to hear. We are happy. We're also happy to see that Morgana Le Fay is coming back on this album, and we have noticed that her vocal approach is a bit different than on the previous album. She's not only making harsh vocals this time, but also adding different flavors to her vocal range. What can you tell us about this decision?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like we made her, we asked her to join the band, so she is like a band member now. You know, on
A
the last
permanent
record.
member.
Yeah, she's a permanent member. On the last record, she was kind of like a guest, and then you know, we played a lot of shows, and we played a couple of tours after the last one, and you know, we just, you know, we grew together like a family or something like that. And so we
Right.
asked her to join the band. And on this record, we wanted to show that she's not only capable of doing harsh vocals, that she has a very wide variety of vocals she can do.
Mhm.
And so that's what we wanted to show on the record. That's why I said Armageddon is really a good track, because there she's on that track with her like clean rock voice, and it's just mind-blowing good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That was a great decision. It adds different flavors and different vibes to the different songs. So that's great. Um, let's talk about a little bit about the album cover because it is striking. And can you give us some insights about the concept behind it?
Yeah, first of all, we changed the guy who, the first four albums were made by a Hungarian guy called Gyula Havanchak. And so with this album, we just wanted to not repeat us, so we were looking for someone else. And again, it was an Hungarian artist. His name was Peter Salai. And yeah, the cover is a little bit more serious, darker, because of the title Armageddon. And the song Armageddon is about the Viking raid on the monastery of Lindisfarne.
Mhm.
That was kind of like the start of the Viking Age. So the cover represents, this moment in time. The Reaper on the cover kind of looks like a Viking, with the monks in front and Viking ships in the back. So it presents this moment when the Viking, raided the monastery, and yeah, it's perfect for the album title.
Yeah, absolutely. It goes in line with it and it tells the story that the album tells. So it's great. It's a perfect pairing with the music. Um, Working is currently in the middle of the European festival season, bringing the live experience to the crowds. I'm assuming the band is including some of the new songs to those sets. And if you are, how do you see the reaction from the fans to the new tunes?
Oh, it's really great. It's really great. It's always kind of like scary if you play new songs
Yeah,
you haven't played before, especially from a new album. And but to see the reaction so far, it's great. We have played the three singles that are out. So we played Armageddon, Genghis Khan, and Kings of Ragnarok. And yeah, it's really good of it, and they are really fun to play live.
yeah.
So it's great. It's better than we expected.
Awesome. King the risk is always the best option.
Yeah.
All right. And as you were saying, the band has released the three videos for Armageddon, Genghis Khan with Orden Ogan, and Kings of Ragnarok.
Yeah.
On these videos, there are flames, big battles, angry wolves covered with blood, and freezing mountains on those videos. How was your experience during the filming process of these singles?
Uh, filming a video, um, filming a video is never fun. It's never like you see in the video.
Mhm.
There's only two options. It's way too hot or it's way too cold. So
Why is that?
I don't know. You record them. If you record outside, like Armageddon was recorded outside, but it was very. It was in, I think it was March, February or March,
Oh
and
man.
so they had to record parts of it at night,
Yeah.
and it was just freezing cold. It was
Right.
freezing cold, and so the other way around, when we did Genghis Khan, we did it in a studio, and you have the lights and everything. So it was freaking hot. It
Yeah.
was so hot and everything. And yeah, so basically, like I said, a video is too hot, too cold, or you'll get wet because you're somewhere in the water or something like that.
Yeah.
All that
Or
stuff.
it rains.
Or it rains, yeah. But we didn't have videos in the rain. this time. So there's another one, like I said, coming on July 2nd. So that was kind of like that was more hot because we were also in a studio and it was so hot because of the lights. So
Right, right.
this time we were freezing with Kings of Ragnarok and Armageddon. It was too hot with Genghis Khan in the next year.
Yeah,
But we
going from
also we also had it like it was too wet, too dry.
right.
It's
Yeah,
always something like that.
yeah,
But
too
it doesn't
extreme.
matter because if it's a great video in the end, it's a great video.
Yeah, the results is great. All the three videos are very eye popping, very interesting to see, and it's great, man. Great job. I just want to congratulate you and the team, the filming team, for doing this. Great videos, and they are striking the same way the album cover is. So great job with that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sure. And I would like to wrap up this chat by asking you what is one of your favorite backstage stories?
Oh my God. I think I think the favorite ones I can never tell on camera because we get arrested.
Oh, man.
No,
Well,
you know what stays back, what happens backstage stays backstage.
right, right.
but let me, yeah, on the last let me see. There were so many great moments. Um, yeah, just with Grass Pop Festival, it was like last week.
Mhm,
You're in the backstage. There's like a backstage artist village, how you call it, and
mhm,
then there's this big tent with the catering where you get your food and all
mhm,
the stuff. And normally, uh, a band like Iron Maiden, because they're the headliners, they have their own area, so you never see these guys. You never see the headliners and
right.
everything. But I was just, waiting in line with some couple of other musicians to get some food, and then I turned around and there was Bruce Dickinson and Jenny Gares
Oh,
standing and
wow.
saying hi, and we could do some photos and stuff, and
Yeah, yeah.
that was a totally great moment. That was a totally great moment. But we had bad parties at the tour bus where somebody fell drunk out of a bunker or something like that. That
Oh,
also
man.
happened.
Those are fun too. Wild
Yeah,
pies.
one time that was not exactly a backstage story, but when we played a show in Switzerland,
Mhm,
and Switzerland is not in the European Union, so when you cross back to Germany, the border, you have you have to you have show your passports and all that stuff.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also, yeah, if you sell merchandise, if you sell T-shirts in Switzerland, you have to tell them because there's a tax on that.
Mhm.
So it was like 2 o'clock 2 o'clock in the morning, like
Oh, man.
every the bus stopped at the border, and it was and our
Dead.
merchandise girl went to the tax office to check everything with the taxes, and some of us were standing outside the bus totally drunk, and then there was a car with, I don't know, some people wanting to cross the borders, and our sound guy was totally drunk, and he stopped the car and he made the border control,
Oh,
you know.
boy.
And that was a really scary moment because that the Swiss border patrol doesn't think it's funny if some private people do the border control, but
Right.
luckily nobody saw it. But they showed him the passports. They didn't know what to do, so they showed him the passports, and he said, "You can go."
And they went through?
No, they couldn't because then they went to the real patrol, and then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were on the bus, and we just were gone because we were scared of getting arrested if
Yeah.
they thought that we already did with these guys.
Uh-huh. Awesome, man. That's great. That's great. Those are all I guess, the memories, the
Ah, that's a memory.
crazy, wild stories that you
Yeah,
create, and that creates the bond with the
yeah,
band and the crew. So
that
that's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah. That's that's like band and crew. We've been together like sometime with some guys since the beginning of the band, and it's kind of like it's kind of like a family. It's great. Yeah, and it's
Right.
also good if you always work with the same musicians
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
and same crew guys.
That's excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that. And if you like this interview, please like it, share it with your friends, support Warkings by buying and streaming Armageddon. Go see them live when they come to a city near you. See you next time. But until then, stay